Hello. Doing more Elden Ring tonight. I probably used that joke before in my title. In some other game where I play as a wizard, which is any game I can. I just don't specifically remember. I found a little jail to run around in, which actually seems quite similar to the other one. Are we sure this isn't actually just the other one again? There's supposed to be something new in here. No, you know what? Actually, I think I did do this one, and I boofed myself. Let me warp back to the... There, the table. Actually, I guess any side of grace would do. I just want to check my storage. Because I should have... a spirit ash or something if I did get this guy. Would that be this? Yeah. Did we get demi-human swordsman Yosh, or was that different from like the Yoda guy we fought yesterday? Wednesday, whenever. Hello, Happy. How you doing? And hi, Crit. How you doing? I looked on Twitch earlier and I saw you were doing something and now I don't remember what. Yeah, I don't think I have him. Then maybe we'll go back there. Lives of P, that's what it was, yeah. That's on my list. Maybe for like Halloween or something this year. I say having had games I've meant to play for Halloween for like 2+ years now. Oily Timmy. Yeah. And it looks like my friend Park, so I also call it Park the video game. I really can't tell. In DLC, yes I am. I did one stream of that on Wednesday, and now we're doing part 2 of it now. The tales of the difficulty have been greatly exaggerated. I think people just are stubborn and don't use summons. The outfit always gets me. Avoiding spoilers, no worries. I totally get it. But thank you. I'm glad you like my accidentally Bowsette outfit. I definitely plan to keep something similar when I do my V2. I'm still gonna have like a demon alt. Maybe with pink hair instead of red, like keep the pink for branding consistency, but I like the red, so either something where like if I get mad it turns red, or you know, I have like a Super Saiyan mode where it's red. I swear I did this exact dungeon. Because I know it was like off the lake, and this is kind of off the lake. I feel like I somehow got the ashes for this guy, and then like, I don't know what happened to them. Oh, it's right here. Right, okay. I somehow like miscounted. So we've done this, so I don't need to be here. How? They make these markers so hard to get rid of. Thank you, Crit. There, God. Okay, so we've killed Yosh. I've gotten a great jar. I think. No, I didn't get the great jar. The great jar was that altar probably that I thought I should be able to get to and then didn't because I fell. So we can quickly try to find that because it would be funny to have a big jar for my head, even if I'm not actively using it. But I do have to jump down all this. Unless there's something in this door. But I'm sure I've been in here. Oh yeah, just a fleshy lump in a container, you know. Don't like having to do these little jumpies though. Yeah, somewhere on that altar. Ride the jar on the right side up. Or maybe I'm misreading. Maybe it's not that altar. And that was completely a boof the whole time. The sweet free souls of something falling to oblivion. I never was entirely sure if I got everything in this maze either. Alright, this is where we go to the boss, right? We go down here. I don't know what ride a jar up means. I suppose one of them must just be special and act like an elevator. Unless we already missed it up there. I'm hoping we didn't. Sleepy already. Yeah, so often I just want to like sit and watch something with mom and chill, but I can't because I'll fall asleep, so I have to like play a game in the background to stay awake. Or work on something. Not that I've been getting much work done since I've been sick, and even slightly before that. Yeah, I think I missed whatever jar. Whatever, that's okay. I can look this up later. But I did find somewhere else that, like, I actually for sure have not been, which is kind of where we started. I suppose I should mark that I want an item here later. So nice to have markers when I either didn't know they were there or they patched them in partway through me playing the original. I believe the latter. I had a pretty chill Friday, though. Like, I did some bug fixy type stuff, but I wasn't, like, scrambling to get things done at the end of the day. I was like, I'm happy with what I've done. I'm feeling mostly normal at this point. The cough is lingering, and I kind of feel like I have some crud that's settled in my chest. And I think that's probably gonna be around for a little bit. And then my taste still isn't completely back to normal either. But I don't feel beat up and run down. Is this just mushrooms? I think so, yeah. Still have to beat that big fucking fire golem at some point. I looked up stuff briefly and it was like, yeah, they're supposed to be by like cliffs and things so you can throw stuff at their heads. And I'm like, yeah, really? He's not. First one is just in the middle of a field. I'm just gonna really have to wear him down by smacking his tootsies. You guys are not threatening at all. Though I guess they do kind of blend in, so I should make sure that I look carefully before I leap, which is true in general in this. Oh boy, string. I hate all the little critters too. I can't tell if there's gonna be like a dog that's gonna jump out and ambush me or if it's just like a fucking squirrel or something. Alright, and are you just a regular man? Oh god, they have skeleton magic. This shit again. They'll stop fucking around. One of these days I should actually play as something that isn't just like default sorcery man and like explore the other kinds. But I don't know, I feel like the default sorceries are the most versatile and powerful. If I ever did a second playthrough of this, like a real second playthrough, I would want to probably play as like the dragon shit. 'Cause I like dragons. Being a dragon mage sounds like it was made for me. There's a guy right there. I miss being able to cast spells from atop Torgal's back. But I have my Bloodhound step now, and that works pretty damn good for keeping me alive. This looks like it's just looping around to the back of the buildings up there. Another golem down there. I'm gonna have to deal with that later. Go to marker. Imagine being that I feel like I really can't talk today. I've felt myself blurring my words several times. Anyway, imagine being able to play your open world game like an open world game. Freaking trees, get out of the way. Okay. I think that's nearly everywhere besides the actual buildings. And that's going to be where the good stuff is anyway. Maybe. Maybe there will be at least one thing here. There should be. There's marks up here. But maybe it's more, in that upper bit on the cliffs. I guess this extends for a ways, too. That looks like a bigger man, and that looks like an earthen Dildis mark where I might summon help. No, maybe that's the exact same guy. Because he took the same number of hits. East. For crafting. I guess was got last time. Because there was shit they added, like, right before the DLC came out. They were like, hey, what if we gave you a new items tab where you could see your new shit so you don't have to be like, where the fuck did this, like, random yucky piece of gore number 17 I found go? And I didn't see that tab. Turns out you have to go into the options to enable it, which is weird. But at least it's an option now. I assume that shuffling was the eagles. Do I need to be on that roof? I don't think there's an item there. I don't see one. It's like, it's just too quiet here. There's this couple slow-moving guys and nothing else. And just because this is a ruin doesn't mean there aren't going to be some inhabitants, because the whole fucking world is a ruin. Truly a miserable existence is the world of Dark Souls and Elden Ring and all of those. A lot of boys. What if I laser beamed a few at once? That would be cost effective. Okay. Put a Terra down this time. There we go. That went better. Bloodfiend's arm. Which is a club from the looks of it. Something like that. I guess those were blood fiends. Oh, that's a message. I thought that was like an actual item. The message culture in these games is so weird. Like, technically the devs do use it sometimes in like tutorial areas and maybe other areas beyond that. But it's like, almost functionally useless, yet like such a distinct and recognizable feature of these games. Outer God Heirloom. That sounds like some Cthulhu shit. What does that do? Raises Arcane. I guess kind of Bloodborne-y. Is there some... I don't think there's like a perception shit in this like there is with Insight in Bloodborne. There's supposed to be one more thing here hanging from a pot. Somewhere near me or just north. I might not be able to see it if I'm right on top of it. Oh. Or that's this. I almost forgot that there was something here. No, I don't think that's it. Well, it's dark. How am I supposed to see? I do have my spyglass, but that's not going to help me see in the dark. I might still just need to get lower. So I guess we'll tippy-toe down the rocks with Torgal, see if I can not die from this fall. Looks kind of high, though. Ah, he's fine. He's a champ. Alright, where is there a hanging pot? I fully just may need to do this in the daytime. Yeah. All right. Whatever. I don't feel like blindly hunting for something on stream that's boring. We'll continue along the little raised peninsula here. I wonder what the fuck. I haven't really thought about it. All these like ghostly gravestones and stuff. Because I don't think those were a thing in the main game. More ash, wonderful. Now don't mind me, I just knifed your dog, as one does. Not that I advocate for knifing dogs. They're very sweet and they deserve good things, even in video games. I just have trained myself to not care when it's enemies. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, hold on. There's men. Get rid of them. Cancel them. There was, as I've been rewatching Disney shows, there's an episode of Sweet Life on Deck where they kept talking about goons, like henchmen. but they were like playing it off like, you know, it's just a thing we kids say, like, hey, what up, my goon, and things like that. And I was like, wow, this aged really weirdly into today's vocab. And another thing like that I was just thinking of with the men, I'm watching the X-Men animated series so I can watch X-Men 97, and there was an episode where like they were fighting some TV guy, like a guy that controls the TV dimension, and so they kept yelling, the TV guys kept yelling like, cancel him, which was also very funny given today's climate. You weren't like a nice bone skeleton guy, were you? I figured I better kill those considering how often they were a pain in my ass before. Where? There should be something up here. Oh wait, I did have to talk to him. Fuck. So is he just dead? Did I fuck up? Let me mark it. I guess if it's just a cookbook, that's not the end of the world if I miss that. Because I don't hardly fucking craft in this. I think I crafted food for Torgal. And that was it. Why did I not, like, listen to my instinct, though? He didn't seem aggressive when I was slicing him, so I should have stopped. God. Is that just the fucking lightning sheep? Oh, there's big ones. I don't know, are the little ones even aggro? Needst I care? Rolling around at the speed of ow. Is he just... yeah, take a break. They're like knocking down the trees. That's really metal. Oh, God. I love shit like this that makes me wonder, is there some relation with sheep and lightning that they're drawing from that I don't know about? Or is this just, like, completely random? What? I got you. Fuck off. I'm doing very poorly against the sheep. Oh, I think one just got caught in the croc fire. The croc fire. That's when you're having like a really big, aggressive Midwestern bake-off. There's our third one. There must still be more, though. Or not. Maybe that was it. Skies have quieted. Nope, too early. Now there's boars. Boars are going to be annoying and aggressive. Oh, bear. Is this like one of the big bears? He looks red. He doesn't look ripped like the other ones. Oh no! Fuck. To my death. Actually, how do I get rid of these markers? A, okay. I guess this gives me a chance to see if that dude I killed respawns. I kind of think not. That's usually how it goes, so I think I'm just out that cookbook, unfortunately. But it does give me a chance to see if I can find that hanging jar in Prospect Town. Since it's today, I can do like a quick little peek. See if I see anything. That's it there. Okay. Camera. No, it's not the time. There's a rotund man. Thick as hell, but he still manages to have an hourglass figure. It's just a thick hourglass. Alright, and now for the latest edition of Can Joe hit a thing with magic, or do I need to, like, get a bow somehow? Oh, wait, I'm stupid. I have a bow. Boom. So, bell bearings let me get new shop stock at like one of the crones back at the Roundhold, I think. And then once I finish up there where I died, I think that's it for this chunk. And I guess at that point you can either try to keep heading north or I can fuck around by the bridge. Yeah, no, he's just dead. Maybe that's what the bell bearing does then. It's there as like a protective measure or something, and it gives you the same shit you could craft in the cookbook. I could see that. That would be a smart thing. I don't know why I keep clicking left. I guess my brain must be thinking left stick is to run, because that's probably true in several games, but I gotta do the little hook-handed thing for B here. I think it's really crazy, too, that, like, this map, I believe, aka the portion missing from the original game's map, like, is a little curled finger. As if they were like, hey, we know that you guys have to hold your hand weird to play this. Acknowledgement. And then that brings into question, like, is that why, like, the fingers are a thing in this? Why isn't this bear trying to kill me? Oh, now he is. Or isn't? What is your deal? Oh no, he's mad. He's angry. He's just like weirdly slow about it. That was very nothing. Well, okay. Oh, there's a tunnel, or is that just where I fell and died? Let me come back to that after I check the tip. And also maybe this church. Oh, that's that. Okay, clearly that's something. I'm playing that off like it was on purpose. A painting. Those are like treasure maps, right? I don't suppose the game would tell me where that goes. Or the map I'm looking at, rather. Oh, I think it's the one I actually marked earlier. How fortuitous. I feel like they're marking more buildings on the map too, which is nice. Maybe they patched that in, or maybe that's just a better attention to detail in the DLC. But it's handy either way. Okay. Best bet for getting down there somehow. How do we do it? I could try to land on some of that. That's one option. But this almost looks like a straight up hole in the ground. And so I wonder if I could drop... Oh, there's one of those fuckers. If I could kill that while I'm up here, that would be great. But that's only going to be helpful if I actually go down. I don't know. I can't tell if I would live or die. Is he gonna wiggle and fall off? Is there even somewhere to fall off? I can't tell. Now my targeting up here stinks. Alright, let's just get to full health. We're gonna try it now that I've aggroed this guy. Okay, I was hoping this would work. Which should also let me cast at him. Great. Oh, and he gave me little recharges. How thoughtful. I love hitting him with my funny rocks. How you doing, Riku? Maybe there was like a way down here. Yeah, there was. Well, I still lived, so it's fine. Ow. Ow. Rats are not fine. Fuck off, rats. Oh, big one. I did finally find a spell or an incantation or something. If I wear the headgear I get from the first boss and go back to the old lady, I get a thing. Which is this, Watchful Spirit. Which is an incantation, so it's not something I use. We'll see what other spells I can find. I watched a video with some spells in it, and I wasn't particularly impressed. So honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be changing up my spell build. which has probably also mostly been true in previous games. Because the further out you get from like the middle, like the more kind of weird the spells get, the less useful they are, in my opinion. Blessed Blue Dew. Was there not a slowly regen FP thing? Wouldn't do much for bosses. That would be nice in the overworld in general. Although, frankly, I'm also planning on sticking with what I have in that case. Saw some cool weapon along with broken perfume bottles. Oh, that was one thing. I saw someone doing like, I guess I don't know if it's a spell or an incantation or a perfume bottle thing, but they like summon a bunch of pink butterflies around themselves like they're an anime girl or something. That would be really fun. Specifically and in general, I think it would be funny to have a build that's like, hey, this is a miserable world, but I'm playing like the most girly pop way that I can. Pata. Did I just pick up a Pata as part of this? Oh, here at the end. Which is what? It's a little stabby. Alright, I'll probably want to go down there. But I'm gonna peek around first. Yeah, if I don't fall off like an idiot. That's it for up here. So on the perfume bottle builds, it could flat out one-shot bosses. I don't know what I saw. I saw something where someone, and I don't know if this is new or old, because they were fighting like Blessed Sax or whatever his name is, the two-headed dragon. They like did some madness thing and then buffed themselves with some other stuff and then like ran up and did like a third of his health every attack. I did very much enjoy that by the end of Another Crab's Treasure, that I was, you know, maybe somewhere around that level of OP. I've never been that good in one of these. No worries, Riku. If that's it, or until later. Either way, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. That didn't go where I wanted it to. How do I get down further once I'm up there? Can I? I think there's something there. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I have to wait till I get to this whole under section, so I'm not going to fuss with it too much. Oh, and then I think there was maybe something in the swamp that I also didn't do. So I'm going to look at that real quick. Is my beverage hot enough to not burn me yet? Because I took a little sippy before and my tongue hurts. I'm not good at drinking hot beverages, apparently. I don't know, there's like a small fucking window where it's like, this is good, this is helping, and otherwise it's too hot or too cold. I think that's better. But maybe still a little bit hot. We're getting low on the throat coat tea I've been using to soothe myself. Meaning that there's literally one left. But I made myself some hot lemonade and put it in a thermal thing. So that if I get agitated in coffee, I can soothe a little bit. If there is something over here, that would explain why this felt empty to me when I came by. Go away, flies. I don't like you. Where did they come from? Fuck. I feel like I'm alone and they just pop up. Oh, here's something. Neutralizing boluses. Is that just like ball, plural? Oh, maybe I can climb over this. This is why it's good to have a map. Even if I'm not glued to it literally every second. So yeah, there's gonna be something over here. Oh god, these. Nasty tree fuckers. And I have to not die from poison while I'm doing this. I was drinking, excuse you. God, I'm just gonna get poisoned, I think is the reality. This might take me a few tries. Aren't you supposed to be stunned by my meteors at some point? Hello? Like there. Now if I could calm it, that would be great. Quickly, quickly, quickly. I'll take that trade. As long as I can heal. He seems to, like, not be getting over here. Fuck. But he's still in range for all of his, like, AoE rot blast shit. I can't tell if that is doing... Oh, he's eating me! No! Damn it. I should have summoned Tish. I didn't pay attention that the little summoning gravestone was going. I think I can get him next time with Tish's help. I feel like I remember them wiggling around more, but I did kind of find a nice little safe spot. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong button. Fuck you, dude. I feel like earlier in this, or in the main game, I briefly was using, or maybe not briefly, at some stage I was using like an incantation thing so that I could put up anti-poison on myself. I might want to look into that if this is giving me too much trouble. But we'll try without. Come on. Alternatively, I should have items I can use, right? Especially since I've cut down on the amount of summons I have equipped. Does immunity refer to poison? Is that general? I don't know. I'll put on the balls. Oh yeah, I should grab my shit, shouldn't I? Before I start charging in to play with the dragon. Wakey wakey, it's time for school. Immediately bitch slaps me, takes tons of damage. Alright, Tish, you just keep bugging him, I'm gonna blast. Oh, bubble shield. And blast again. Oh, don't eat me. Fuck off. Shit. Hopefully I have enough health to last, though. He's also very low. I just need to not die from, like, the fallout of that breath. So much easier with help. Alright. And we can just let the poison slowly kill me. I just won't die. Vastly raises immunity, so is that like an anti-poison charm, kind of? Nearly anti-poison? If so, great. I will just grab these various goodies and I can be on my way. And I think that was everything, so then we'll head to the bridge. Let's go here, because I want to see if I can get, like, under it. Because I know there's some shit down in the trenches.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Herschel. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing okay. I just got back from work.
Hopefully a decent day.
It was okay. I played around with some re-imaging software, and it was boring. But
What is re-imaging exactly mean?
it's kind of like it's just fancy terms for like getting a specific version of Windows on a computer.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But you flash it with like an ISO file. But we're using like a certain Dell software in order to take a snapshot of like a certain way of having Windows 11 set up, so that when we deploy new PCs, we can just flash that ISO on there, and it comes with all the bullshit that they need, and all that's left to do is like one or two small things.
Gotcha.
To really streamline shit, so that I don't have to spend like 5 hours on a laptop, and I can just do it in like one.
Yes, I too am a big fan of prefabizing things.
Yeah.
Which is why I hate Unreal, because it doesn't do a good job of that.
Yeah, the only reason I'm like, I really want to get this thing to work, is because, if I have to interact with physical equipment less, that means I can work hybrid, and I don't have to fucking take the train downtown 5 days a week.
Yeah, that's a big win.
There was something cool there, though. There was like a huge art exhibit outside, or, oh, fuck, okay. Can't dox my work. There was an art exhibit downtown near my work.
Right.
And it was cool. They had a lot of really cool paintings, some cool crafted, like a lot of people like making their own crafted stuff that's really interesting. Jewelry. There was this guy that made like a bunch of he did a bunch of metal work, and he made a bunch of shit out of like broken down warplanes.
Neat.
And they'd be like bracelets and stuff, and I'd be like, oh, that's cool. I'm not buying these. That's cool.
I really like stuff like that on a I don't know what the term I'm looking for is. On a level where it's like, hey, we're like reclaiming the refuse of war and making art out of it.
Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff looked good. It was just like not stuff I needed.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really a bracelet kind of guy.
I mean, it is Pride Month.
Yeah. I
For a
could
couple
tell,
days.
I could tell half the people at the festival were lesbians. But
Damn, Hershey really said they letting these gays outside.
listen, all I'm saying is there was a suspicious number of women holding hands there.
Well, of course, they were doing it performatively for your benefit. A man.
Why for my benefit?
I don't know, because dudes like lesbians in a watching porn kind of way.
I mean, I get okay. All right. I
Traditionally.
okay. Straight guy lore, and more specifically, I guess Hershey lore for a second. The first ever spicy shit I watched was lesbian stuff. It was like I would just like look up like pretty women kiss when I was like 12 or 13, and I was like, whoa. And it's not even necessarily that it was like it was at the time where I was like an impressionable, like young straight dude. So I was like, well, I can't watch regular porn because well, just looking at a man and eating it is gay.
I mean, I feel like I saw a Reddit comment recently that was like, when you're about to nut, but it zooms in on the dude's face.
Okay, I'll vouch. I hate that.
I feel like porn must be so much more complicated for straight people.
I'll vouch. I really hate that. The other reason that was the first thing I watched is because I was too scared to go to any like porn site, so I just went on YouTube. And I was like, oh, and then eventually, you know, I got over my religious guilt. I don't know what you'd call it.
Probably some of that, some of, like, even that aside, I feel like that's just a thing every kid has, where, like, your parents don't want you looking at porn, and so, like, you feel like you're being naughty when it's, like, a very normal thing to want.
I mean, and that's the thing, though. I think people overthink when it's like, dudes watching lesbian porn is like because they have something repressed. It's like, no, I think it's just because it's like you're already attracted to woman, and then there's a second one.
Yes, I think that tracks. It's hard to say from my position because I like,
but
you know, like when you're gay, it makes sense to like want to watch two of the same gender kissing.
It's in hindsight, like now that I'm older and I'm matured and, you know, got over whatever personal shit that I like had against seeing a dude in a porn. Like I do think it's slightly weird for straight dude to watch lesbian porn. I don't think it's like the weirdest thing. Like I wouldn't be like, that guy's disgusting. But it's definitely like at least a little strange. But it's very comparable to like Fujoshi women.
Yeah.
Or like women who are really into BL. Like I get that. That makes sense. It's the same thing, just the other way around.
I think largely it makes sense. The only thing would be like if it's the type of straight guy who would then turn around and like yell at actual lesbians and be like, you're sinful and disgusting. Like you can't have both.
No, what's way more no, Joe. What's way more common is they don't shout at lesbians, but they shout at gay dudes.
Well, yes, I know that like as we like break down the percentages of what's most common, like gay dudes would be a target before lesbians, because there's that flavor of straight guy where it's like lesbians are okay because that's hot, but gay dudes aren't because that's icky.
You gotta know, I went to school with a lot of guys who thought like this.
Yeah.
And I know what it is. I can tell you what it is. It's, hey, I can't beat my shit to this one, so I hate that one.
Right. I mean, yeah, most everything is rooted in selfishness. There's like some great quote about like the gist of it is that like morals are not formed around ideologies. Ideologies are formed around morals, meaning like if you're a dictator, it's because you're just a dick.
And you like taters. But they're more homophobic towards like gay men in that sense, because they no part of that relationship services them.
Right.
So it kind of does go with sort of what you're saying in that it's like, you know, it's partially rooted in self-interest, but it's also rooted in obviously hatred, and a lack of respect, even for lesbians at that point, because even if they're not shitting on them, they're saying you're only fine because you're servicing.
Right.
Which is debatably more fucked up.
Now, as we progress into the future and like VR and that is more of a thing, here's a question for you and the general audience at home. If you can watch straight porn, but have it like through whatever technology where it's like you are the guy, or if not you, maybe like a very hot guy who looks like someone you could be, does that like make it better? Are you more engaged with that?
Wait. Repeat the question.
So like, let's just say it's VR for simplicity, and like, you can take the guy in the porn and like map yourself onto that.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Like, if it's like a POV video, or like it just not even POV, but just like
because that's a thing too.
You can like sword art online isekai yourself into the video.
Well, not like you're the one there, like you're watching yourself or something. Because I'm wondering, I'm wondering if that
yourself on top of it.
Sure, deep faking or just like avatar swapping. And like what I'm getting at and wondering is, does this get rid of the like you? Does it get rid of the you? It's like a guy's face because then it's your face.
No, okay. Listen. This is not a problem. This is not a thing that needs solving. It's like the most nothing problem. Like I say I hate when that happens, but I think if anybody is like legitimately like, this is a big enough problem that I need to make AI technology for it, that is the most good.
Well, you're also not like a straight man TM parentheses derogatory.
Joe, I'm gonna stop you right there. Please stop saying straight man TM. It's still it's unironically the one of the good ones. just
okay. What about that? Like alt far. Not even, I don't know, far something straight man. Like, you know what I mean, though? You're not one of the guys who's, like, running around being a toxic idiot. You're not an incel.
Insecure straight man.
Sure.
When you're, like, straight PM, it's like... like, if I flipped that around and I was like, oh, well, yeah, you're gay, but you're not, like, gay.
You're not one of those gays.
You're not one of those gays. You know... It's just the reverse. Like, hey, it's fine if you're straight, bro. Just don't make it your whole personality.
If it came from you, though, I wouldn't be offended. Like, if the right person was just like, oh, you're not one of those gays, to be like, what the fuck do you mean, those gays? But if it's someone like you, where I could give the benefit of the doubt, I would be like, yes, all groups have a shitty subgroup.
Okay. With that said,
yes.
Can I say something a little out of pocket?
Go ahead.
It's straight, dude. Because when people say, "Oh, you're not one of those gays," there is actually two archetypes that do pop into my head.
I can probably think of them. Yeah. What are you thinking?
And that is a normal gay person, and I guess what I would call like an internet gay person. Or what I mean is, a gay person that is like chronically online to the point where they're like actively hateful to other gay people.
Oh, I don't even know if that's an online thing. That feels more like a people who go clubbing type thing.
No, Joe. So what I'm talking about is like the controversy people being like, if you're a bi woman, don't bring your straight boyfriend to Pride, blah blah blah.
Sure, yeah.
That's what I mean when I think of like when I'm like, oh, they're like a terminally online gay person. Where it's like you
Okay.
would not go up to a straight man at a pride rally and tell him to leave. You wouldn't do that. You'll say it online because there's no confrontation that you have to deal with on the spot. But you're being hateful, and what's worse, you're not even being like you're not even being a doing a good job at being a hater. You're being a coward and being a hater.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna hate on someone, I'm gonna go to their face and hate on them. Because that's way more fun. Why would I just sneak this from, like, the safety behind a monitor? Like, sure, I do that every now and then. But anything I say about someone, or to someone, 99% of the time, I will just say it to their face. Literally the other day, this guy. Okay, this is a. I think I told the story on stream. I don't remember. I was at like a retro game store that's near me. I like looking around there. They have. I like looking at their vinyls, their VHS tapes, and their stickers. They have some nice stickers. Also, I like one of the girls that works there, and I like talking to her. Regardless, I was just sort of chilling, looking through the stickers, and this guy next to me is trying to sell his Xbox 360 to the guy up front. And I'm next to him, but I'm not really involved. But I'm overhearing this, and it's the funniest thing ever because he pulls out his phone to record the guy, and I'm like, "Oh, you're a dick."
The
And
customer filming the employee.
the customer was filming the employee. And the guy was like, he was trading in an Xbox 360 with one controller. It was missing the AV cables. The controller was kind of beat up. And the guy was going to give him $10 for it. The guy was like, "That's crazy. You guys sell Xbox 360 for 80." And he's like, "Well, yeah, we can't give you 80 for it. That's what we sell it for." And the guy was like, "Well, no, that's incredibly disrespectful and rude that you would even do that. Like, I can't believe you're rude to me. I'm going to leave you a shitty review online. Can I speak to your manager?" And the guy said, "I'm the general manager." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna." Once he realized, he's like, "Okay, well, can I call corporate?" And he's like, "I mean, I don't think we even have corporate." But sure, you could try, I guess. And I wasn't gonna say anything because the nonchalantness of the GM was kind of already cooking this guy. But then Buddy fucked up. He turned to me and said, "Listen, what am I crazy?" And he's like, "Listen." Turns to me, he goes, "Hey, buddy, am I crazy?" And the guy's like, "Hey, don't bring other customers into this." And I'm like, I look the guy dead in the eyes, and I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I think you're fucking insane."
I can't believe people like this who look to other customers as like, "Hey, you're on my side, right?" Never has someone been on that person's side.
Joe, you needed a customer in front of. Well, this wasn't a Karen. This was a man. So I guess I'd call him like a Kevin or a Kyle or something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he just looked awestruck at me saying, "Yeah, I think you're fucking insane," and he was like, "I'm insane." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, you're fucking delusional." And he looks at me like jaw agape, and he's like, "Well, bro, they're trying to sell me this for $10." I'm like, "Well, you just said they sell it for 80. How much do you think you're gonna get for this?" And he's like, I at least want 20 or something. They're selling it online for 20. I'm like, "Well, no one's making you sell it here. Why don't you just go sell it online?" And he's like,
Oh, that guy hits hard.
"Well, I don't want to put in all that work." And I'm like, "Then what's the problem with 10?" I'm like, "I refuse to believe you're broke enough that the $10 is going to make you ruin this man's day."
I get that the markup and shit is insane and feels bad, but Like, that's why I don't fucking go and resell my shit at GameStop. Like,
Like,
hold on
what?
to your shit. What do you're not going to sell it for a lot unless you just happen to
Mind
make a deal with a dude, not like
Mind
an
you.
employee at a shop.
This is not even a GameStop.
But I imagine, like, from the sounds of it, like, similar kind of things. Because GameStop, I think, is very similar, where if you try to sell something, you get pennies, and then they sell it for a big markup.
It's I don't know if it's like an international chain. I've only seen like a handful around the Chicagoland area, but it's called Disc Replay. But um, the guy was, I was like, look, you even said it's missing a bunch of shit, so, you know, you might have a case if it had everything and it was in decent condition, but it's in garbage condition, and you're literally missing some of the stuff. And he's like, well, I still think I deserve 20, and I'm like, well, nobody's making you sell it here. Why don't you just go sell it to somebody that, like, will give you that money for it? And he's like, he turns to me and he says the funniest thing ever. He's like, well, it's a good console. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
The maturity and attitude of a child trying to, like, make a card trade.
This guy looked way older than me. This guy looked like 38.
Yeah, but Hershey, like, and spoiler for anyone in chat who hasn't realized this yet, like, adults don't, like, adults are just fucking kids. Adults suck. Everyone has the immaturity of, like, an elementary schooler, and we just let them run the world.
Yeah, and then the guy was like aghast, and then he just picked up his like console, and then walked out, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll be calling corporate." And the guy's like, "Okay, thank you, goodbye." And then the GM was like apologizing, like, "I'm really sorry he like brought you into that." I'm like, "Nah, bro, I live for this shit." I'm like, look, if I can dunk on a Karen as a customer, it is the greatest joy. People hype up sex. That is a way better feeling. Is dunking on someone entitled when you're on an equal playing field.
Yeah, I would love the opportunity to help an employee out and just tear down a Karen.
I'm like, you're expected to not throw punches back. This dude doesn't know me. I could crash out on him at any moment. And well, the thing that concerned me though is, you know, I bought a couple stickers, and I left. And as I was leaving, I noticed the guy was waiting outside,
Oh no.
and I'm like, oh. And I'm waiting. I put my stickers back in my bag, and I'm just looking at him. And then he slowly walks towards his car, and I'm like, okay. And then I step outside and walk towards my car. And as I'm walking towards my car, I have to walk past him. And as I'm walking away from him, he's like, "Man, that was bullshit what they did. What they did to me, man. That's fucking fucked up. I fuck those guys." And I just didn't. I was like, whatever, man. And I'm just walking, and he was like, "Yeah, whatever, motherfucker." And I'm like, go fuck yourself. But I drove around the lot a little bit because the guy would like walked up to. There was some like high school / college kids that were just fucking around in like the empty parking lot nearby, and he walked up to them with his Xbox. I don't know if he was just trying to sell it to them, but I was like just making sure he wasn't doing anything to endanger anybody, because the guy kind of had some he had some mannerisms that made him a bit concerning. he
Like just general instability, or like specifically a pedophile or something?
No, I'm not accusing him of that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, he was speaking very aggressively to the people in there.
Right.
And I did not know, I don't know his mental state of mind. So I just wanted to make sure he didn't hurt himself or anybody in the near area.
Sure.
And when we got back in his car, I'm like, okay, cool, I have clear conscience and leave. I realized he probably was just going to try to sell them the Xbox 360, which is hilarious.
Yeah, he woke up and decided on something. He was not taking no for an answer.
I'm like, bro, It's a $10 difference too. It's not even like an insane difference. What was I talking about before that though?
The girl there, or
No, no, no.
um,
At some
job
point,
stuff before that. I think there was maybe some more stuff in the middle.
no, I will shoot my shot at some point. Um, not today. Probably not tomorrow. Maybe someday.
Living life like that guy though just sounds exhausting. I can't imagine
No, I want to give him the benefit of
like
the doubt.
spending my fucks so willy-nilly.
Maybe he just had a really bad day. But at the same time, I have bad days all the fucking time. And I don't go take it out on like minimum wage employees. Well,
exactly.
Probably not minimum wage if he's the GM, but like I still don't go take it out on retail workers.
That's how I think of it too, because like yes, we don't know everybody's circumstances, but also speaking for myself, and it sounds like you think of it the same way, like it's not that hard to not go make everybody else miserable. Like, we're adults, we can be responsible for our own actions and realize that other people exist and don't want to just be like on the receiving end of a tirade or something.
Listen, the experiences that shaped you are an explanation, they're not an excuse.
Exactly.
I had a lot of terrible things happen to me growing up. But I would like to think, not that they made me better in any way, but I would like to think that I overcame them and was good in spite of them, not because of them.
Yeah.
But, like, so whenever someone's like, yeah, man, there is, this happens perpetuated a lot on TV, but I'm like, oh, you know, the bully's only bullying because he's got problems at home. And I'm like, alright, so what, bro? Me too. Why do I deserve it?
Yeah, I think that's definitely an oversimplification. It's like one of a couple factors. It's an ingredient, but it's not the whole recipe.
Like what? I should suddenly forgive him because his parents fight sometimes. Ooh. Like it's insane. This is definitely another thing I've talked about before. But I've had bullies weaponize that shit before, and
I usually hear it from other people. I don't know if I've heard it from the bully himself. Like, that's rather self-aware and feels at the same time shitty to use as an excuse.
I mean, he probably wasn't weaponizing it intentionally, but when I played Little League baseball, I was the only Arab kid on the team. Well, okay, there was one other Arab kid, and he had my same IRL first name, but he was way cooler than me and better at baseball. So they called him by his actual name, and they weren't racist to him, but they were racist to me. Well, he was also more like light-skinned than I am, so that could have also been the reason. Plus, he was like bigger than me, so they probably couldn't beat his ass as easily or something. But anyways, a couple of dudes on the team were like just picking on me, and as like a 12-year-old boy, was I 12 or 11? I was like between 10 and 12. I don't remember. They were saying some racist shit to me. They were like, go back to Iraq, tell your uncle Saddam to fucking die, and then eventually, 12-year-old me, I went like, well, something about your mom. And
got him.
Exactly. I mean, when you're 12, your mom is like the ultimate, drop. And it wasn't even like anything insane. I just said some. I think he said something like, "Oh, why don't you go slam into a building?" And I'm like I'm slamming as your mom. And the guy turned to me with a serious frown on his face and said, "Bro, my mom died when I was 3."
Yeah, because you slammed her so hard. Got him.
Oh my Joe, I wish I said that. Oh my god, Joe, I wish I said that. They would have gutted me. I would have been on the news.
No, yeah, that's not the response, but it's
No.
it's fun. It's funny.
It would have been, but it would have been legendary. I would have died a hero. So it the word jihad is thrown around a lot, but so the actual meaning of the word jihad is like sacrifice, but it doesn't mean like sacrificing yourself. It's like it could be a sacrifice of just like something for the improvement of like your spirituality, kind of. So like you can be like, I'm sacrificing the like. Fasting is like a form of jihad, for example. You're giving up food and water.
Right.
Or like, I'm gonna stop swearing. That's a habit of mine, and I'm gonna sacrifice that for like, no anti-sins or whatever. But or good deeds. Well, I couldn't think of the word deed. But what I did was I had looked this guy dead in the eyes, straight face, because I was so confused as to why he would even say that. And I was like, okay, so that I probably shouldn't have said that, because I was like, they told me all my family should die. So when suddenly they're like, yeah, bro, my mom died when I was 3, I'm like, why do you think I would have said this? I'm like, I did double down on that though. I did actually say something that was probably a little fucked up. I told him, I'm sorry she died. Should have been you instead. She didn't get to raise you properly. Got my ass beat bad after that one, but worth it. Not gonna lie. I know that kid cried himself to sleep that night.
Yeah, sounds like he fucking deserved it.
I would normally never say something like that, but he has literally threatened the lives of my family.
I don't know that I buy into the idea that there's like things like so sacred that you should never say to someone who's being an asshole. And I think we've kind of touched on a similar idea with like your thing about like saying certain things to like troll turfs. Like if you're actively being a terrible person, you don't get to like call plot armor on certain things. You have to accept that people are going to say shit to you.
I'm just gonna say this. Do not expect me to be the bigger man. I'll get tiny as fuck in front of your very own eyes.
I'm of that too. I think
your size.
There's a lot of I don't know that I ever had like any big defining bullying experience or anything like that. I was more of a wallflower than a victim, I would say. But anyway, I knew people who I feel like fall into the archetype you're describing. And I could never wrap my head around the idea that, like, words were so sacred. There's so many people who have, like... I don't want to say machismo, because I feel like that's culturally loaded, but let's say, like, a non-cultural machismo about everything. And like, you know, the kind of stuff you're talking about, like the honor of their mother bravado. And stuff was like so bravado, yeah. And it's like, calm the fuck down. I don't like, it's words, and also like you're egging people on, so you can't just expect that people aren't gonna say shit. Well, and I think it's very like
you open your
two-faced and double standard of you to think that you can say some shit, but because of these random set of rules, other people can't say certain shit to you.
No, like that's the thing. Do not think at any point I will not match someone's energy. I absolutely will. I'll go lower than you. I'll find lows you didn't think existed. I do not care if the gloves come off. I will say whatever the fuck I need to break you. I am not a good man. I am not above to mudslinging. it's definitely important to show respect and be civil, but there's some people that you can't reason with. And funny enough, me and Go have talked about this a lot. Um, because it's a man that can't be reasoned with now. But, because I've had experiences in my life where you get bullied, and this is why I hate schools like anti like violence retaliation rules for like when someone stands up to someone beating their ass, they get in trouble, but the bully who's like beating
Yeah.
someone's ass every day, and it's to sort of reinforce social hierarchy within a school system. Um, I genuinely do think there are some people that you need to beat their ass. I don't even think you need to beat their ass. I just think you need to show them that you will swing back. And
Yes, it's the
they will
same with those
eventually
bravado type people. It's like you earn respect that way.
not even earn respect, but you need to like give them a risk reward system. They need to think, okay, what are the risks of fucking with this guy? Because now I know I can't do whatever I want and just get away with it unscathed. Or like not getting in trouble. Um, and that's sort of my take on it. Of like, hey, listen, violence is obviously the last resort, but it is a resort. It has to be on the list.
Yeah.
I think no matter like regardless of who it is, what they got going on at home, I think at some point, if talking, going to proper authority doesn't work, and no one's helping you or listening to you or doing anything to improve the situation, and sometimes you've just got to smack the bitch. Even if you don't win, you could still get your ass beat. But as long as you land a hit, they will remember the pain of a hit.
Sure.
And Go disagreed with me, and I kind of see where he's coming from. But we have different answers, but the same. Like we did the same math, but got a different answer. Because what Go was saying is that no, you don't have to use violence. There's a ton of other ways to, um, get someone to leave you alone. And I'm like, what? Like, oh, embarrassing them. And I'm like, well, yeah, but that's not always an option for some people. And he's like, well, yeah, but landing a hit on someone's not always an option for some people. I'm like, but that's true. Those are both pretty fair. I guess it's a basis to basis like circumstance.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know that there's necessarily a rule book because it all just depends on like what brand of shitty someone is and what they're gonna listen to.
It really does depend. Because personally, I stopped getting bullied when I knocked someone unconscious. And I still lost that fight too, funny enough. That wasn't really a fight, I got jumped, but I knocked one of them, so that was good. But sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. It's like it's incredibly important. Now how you carry that out? Yeah, I think after discussing with Go for a while, I do think it's a basis by basis sort of scenario. Um, Violence is definitely not the smartest way to do it, but
I think that's a good takeaway. Stand up for yourself, and that can mean different things depending.
What we kind of agreed on is you have to deal with them in a certain way. You can't just insult them. Like you can't just like hit them with like some Disney Channel sitcom type quip of like sticks and stones may break my bones, but you're a bully. You gotta like hit them with some life-ending roast. Or a handful. I would say one's not enough because one, it'll hurt them, but then they'll just go right back at you. You need to make them not want to come to school. Or two, maybe you let them try asphalt one time. maybe you point at the pavement on the blacktop and you go like, "Damn, that looks tasty, don't it?" Want to? But no, I think it's a shame that a lot of kids in school now are like uh, basically rewarded for being oppressors, and anybody trying to like stand up for themselves or show their own independence are like put down. Uh, it's kind of emblematic of how modern American society works, which is probably why it's done, because it's more emblematic of like the real world. Um, but it's still a terrible lesson to teach.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if your boss tells you something shitty, you can't really do anything about it. Um, but if some random guy on the street is being a dick to you, damn straight I got some words for it.
Oh, what do you mean that didn't kill him?
Oh, that's rough.
But 'cause there was a dog.
That's a big ass mace.
Yeah.
Um, what were we talking about like at the beginning of this? Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
porn.
Porn. Sure, yeah.
That was literally what we were talking about at the beginning.
I don't know, to answer my own question, I don't know if I would be like super into it because I don't have like a super high body self-image. Like I'm not hot enough to where I can like get myself hard or something. So
Joe, I'm gonna say this right now. You are you, and I haven't seen you, but like you are probably more attractive than you give yourself credit for. You are going to be your own biggest critic, because I look at myself and I am my own biggest critic as well. I see a lot of the flaws that other people that in my life, a lot of them don't agree with, and the ones that do, well, those are my parents. But they'll just find a reason.
I need to have a fucking meeting with the parents of all of my friends someday.
No, why? Is that
Because I need
everybody
to I need to tell everybody's parents to like back the fuck off.
That's fine. Go. Go's mom is really nice. Go. You don't need to talk.
Okay.
You know,
Some of my friends' parents.
Cass's mom sounds very cool and nice. Your mom, extremely cool. One of the coolest I've ever met.
Very blessed in that department.
Exactly.
Not that I like using the term blessed, but I don't know a better way to say it.
I mean, you can be blessed outside of a religious way.
I guess, yeah.
Just a different. I mean, it does have like a more holier context, but whatever. It doesn't have to be religious. Just take it in a spiritual sense. Originally, like I don't remember if it was the Neolithic period. I don't even know what the period is called. But one of the earliest forms of religion where people believed, the concept of a soul, and that was like a sort of proto-religion.
Sure.
And that was like the first shapings of the concept of the metaphysical. And there's a lot of theories as to why that theory sort of came up. Some people believed it was because hunter-gatherers picked some psychedelic mushrooms, which I think is known as the stoned ape theory, which conspiracy theory bros really like passing around. There's the one of like, once we discovered fire and we're able to cook our meats, we absorb more nutrients and our frontal lobes develop more over generations, giving us a better grasp on consciousness and imagination. There's plenty of reasons that could be the case.
Ooh, did I get him? That was lucky. Have you been motivated any further to pick this back up and finish the game?
I have. I really want to play this more. And the thing is, I would have beaten Elden Ring. But the problem is, I don't want to turn on my PS5. I just don't feel like plugging it up. It's it's not.
I have an answer for you.
Buy it on PC.
No. Use your PS5 for Zenless Zone Zero, and then you'll have it plugged in every day.
No, but then I won't play Zenless on Zero that much. That's the problem.
But
like
but no, but you
PS5.
have to, because it's a gacha with dailies and stuff, so you have to play it every day.
Joe, that'll annoy me even more. Like, the problem is not that I don't have good games to play on my PS5. I have exactly 3. I have Demon Souls, Elden Ring, and Unicorn Overlord, which I really, really need to go back and finish because Tutu told me there's like a really hot, strong lady in there that I need to see.
Yeah, I was just watching Boo the Rat play some of that today.
God, such a good game.
You probably told me. I don't know that I knew that there was yaoi in it.
I mean, it's a Vanillaware game. They're known for like making hot characters. And Unicorn Overlord has a lot of characters in it. Like, it's got like tons of characters.
Yeah, I assume like a Fire Emblem level of characters.
Yeah, and they didn't spare any expense in like, oh, okay, no, anybody's type is in this game.
Right.
We did not leave any types out. Do you want like a filthy rat man? Metaphorically, not literally. But
I was trying to explain to Mom what a rat man was, because rat men are very in right now.
I think when I think about rat men, I instantly just think of Cass, because I know that.
Like cast as a rat man, or because they like rat men?
No, because they like rat men. But
right. Okay. Yeah.
Now I kind of want to think Cass as a rat man. I think that would be really fun.
Damn.
But yeah, they got some really cool characters. Damn it! I also really want to go play Fire Emblem Awakening.
On the 3DS?
Yeah.
I played the 3DS ones. I have not played any of the Switch ones except for Warriors.
You haven't played Three Houses?
No, because I think I was like waiting for that to be on sale. Or what year did that come out? No, I have it now, but I bought it after starting streaming. The idea of streaming it sounds so daunting when I'm doing like... Okay, it was out before I started streaming them, but I didn't buy it until afterwards, and at this point it seems like such a daunting game to stream that I haven't yet.
It's not that bad. The only part of it that's like takes a long time is if you do every route. Ugh.
Yeah, and part of me wants to, but I also think maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe what I would do is kind of like what I did with what the fuck was that Digimon game from
Digimon
a year? Yeah, it would probably take longer compared to that, but what I might do is like play through a route and then like come back for the endings or something. It depends on like how much is different per route, and I'm not really sure.
All right, here's the problem. All the routes are extremely different.
Okay.
And you make the choice of your route at the beginning of the game.
Right.
So for example, I only beat the game one time, and I got a few chapters into the second route. Because, there's the hashtag 3 houses. And then the DLC, they give you a fourth one of like, oh, we lived in the basement.
Is it like a whole 4 new thing? That was almost a sentence. Is it a whole 4th new route, or is it kind of like a little micro side thing?
To my knowledge, it's a whole 4th new route. But it's not as big as the other houses, but it's fun, because you can literally just steal people from other houses. Uh, which makes it sound like it doesn't matter, but there are some people you're not allowed to steal.
Right.
You can't steal the house leaders, and you can't steal the retainers. Um, and then what you need to steal certain people varies. For example, there's a guy on the Blue Lions named Sylvain, and he is a fuckboy type character. Um, he is like a redhead. I guess you could call him a twink, but um,
Hershey the Twink expert.
he's a very slutty man. Um, he's quite the hoe. And if you pick female Violet, you can just instantly recruit him to your house with no questions asked. You don't have to do any work to get him in your house. If you pick the male Violet, then yeah, you actually have to put in work. But if you're the female Violet, it's automatic. Like no questions asked. You will just join. But the routes are so completely different, because, like, for example, I picked the Golden Deer, and I think the Golden Deer, hands down, gives you the least amount of lore.
I think that would be where I'd default to, because I think that the guy is hotter.
Listen, I picked Golden Deer also because I really like Claude. I think Claude is great. He lives up to the hype. His character is very fun. I enjoy him. He's the Arab representation in games I deserve. His story is very funny because the other two houses are at war, and this man is just like, I want to blow up this mountain. Yeah, no. Those guys are doing their own, like, war and everything. But fuck this mountain, am I right? I'm gonna end racism by exploding this mountain.
It's nice that they gave you all of those in one game this time instead of, like, Fates on the 3DS where they were like, hey, buy this 3 times.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Which I did.
The 3 routes can basically be explained by, man, the church is so pog. Or, bro, fuck the church. I hate the church. Here's 50 reasons why. We're starting a war. And then the Golden Deer route is just like, bro, I don't even think about. I don't know that shit about the church. Fuck the church. I'm going for the mountain, baby. It's all about that mountain. And then the 4th route, I literally have no idea what that one's about because I've only played Golden Deer and the first few chapters of Blue Lions, which that one's apparently very depressing as a route.
Yeah, I could easily imagine that for any of them, not knowing much about them.
My favorite thing is, one of my favorite, like, facts about that game is, when you unlock, the Dancer class in that game, you can make Dimitri your Dancer. He's the blonde.
That's the blonde guy?
He's the blonde guy, with, like, the weird, fucked up haircut.
Got stuck on a fucking lantern. This guy. I'm gonna blow up his mountain.
Holy shit, he's mountain.
Or better yet, I'll mount him.
Hey, yo. But I remember at the end of, like, the Golden Deer route, I was, like, talking to a friend of mine who had played, like, the Black Eagles route. And he was like, oh yeah, you know, these two characters are related. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, he's like, did you not know that? I'm like, they never mentioned it. I'm like, they have never talked about it one time in the route I played.
Do you know the characters from Fire Emblem Fates?
Slightly.
If I say Camilla, do you know Camilla?
Yes, I know Camilla.
Yeah, of course you do.
No, because you do it with the big boobies. Hey, listen,
and it's not just because of the big boobies, it's because of the, like, I'm gonna smother you in them and kill you a little bit attitude.
Listen, I'll have you know, my
My favorite woman from that game is Rinka.
Her, I don't recall.
She's like the. She's not from the. She's from Birthright. Um. Hold on. This one.
Oh, I can totally see that for you.
Yeah, I'm like put 100%, no question.
That's like that. Her. I feel like her appeal is very similar to the appeal of Ito from Genshin. He's like a little bit more happy and dumb, but they both, like tribal warrior and Oni are like adjacent vibes.
Listen, I actually this is a bit of a fantasy trope I want to talk about.
Oh my god, I died and lost a bunch of souls. No.
Because it's so very frequent that I see they make a female character that uses a big heavy weapon, and then they just make her skin, like they don't give her muscles. They cop
yeah.
out. They just give her like regular. I don't want to say regular like female proportions because that's not really a helpful.
But she's not overly muscled. She looks like she could just
Like she doesn't have the muscle to be wielding the weapon that they give her, and I get there's some comedy to be had in that, but it's like, all right, man, I get it. The joke wasn't even that funny the first time. Can we just give them some steroids now?
I feel like I've heard the same criticism of Cloud. Like he has some muscle, but not enough for the Buster Sword.
Yeah, well, can we stop pretending muscular women are not hot? There are enough muscular women on like Instagram and TikTok that get a bunch of likes and followers, to the point where we can pretty much confirm that they are hot. Like I don't want to hear it. I think if you see a woman with muscles and you don't think she's hot, I don't think you're gay, but I think you're a coward.
I was having sort of an adjacent conversation with Kiki where we were talking about how if you have like a big muscly woman, maybe with some hair dye or something, and then like you give her a hammer, it's like visual short form for like, she's a lesbian or like bi or something at least. And I feel like what you're talking about would then fall more to like straight girl characters with hammer or club or whatever.
Exactly. This is why it's very hard to find my type in real life, Joe.
Yeah, which I guess that makes sense in terms of like what is common to the male gaze, because most guys aren't gonna want like a big muscle lady.
I disagree. I still disagree with that point. I don't know many dudes. Okay, actually, that's a bit of a lie. I do know many dudes who don't like muscular women, but that's because they're insecure with their own masculinity.
For sure, it's for dumb reasons. It just happens. It's like how guys never want a woman that's taller than them, because then they're like weaker or whatever.
And I funny enough, I literally had this conversation with Go the other day. I don't think I've ever met a tall woman that wasn't hot. But that could just be a me thing. I don't think I've ever met a tall woman that I thought wasn't attractive.
If I wanted to speculate on that, you could maybe say that being tall forces you to like be perceived very easily, and so maybe. At that point then like you either get your shit figured out or you get like dunked on.
Literally.
It just creates a situation where someone is maybe more likely to be really well put together.
But that's another thing that I brought up, and I would like your opinion on this as well, Joe.
Sure.
As a gaming.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I don't think any human. I've never met a single human being that looks bad in a skirt. Not one.
Yeah, I think that skirts are pretty good on anybody.
Universally, regardless of any physical features, I have never seen a person look bad in a skirt. Man, woman, big, small, husky, skinny, doesn't matter.
This is not me saying I endorse this, but when you were listing off like man, woman, I was like, man, woman, child.
No,
I was like, wait a minute, nope.
no. I thought you were gonna go with man, woman, non-binary. Well, technically that's more sex and less of gender, but you know.
Men.
And I've gotten some people being like, no, I think it's possible to look bad in one or blah blah blah, and I'm like, I don't know, dude. I bet people I'm not attracted to, and I go, you know what? They look really good today.
I guess this is maybe less of like actually judging that someone doesn't look good, but there are times where it can like feel weird. Like if you've ever seen, and I don't know where I would have other than in like some movie being weird or something, but like an older woman who's dressed up like a young girl, and that can feel very uncomfortable. I think in that sense the skirt as part of that feels weird and uncomfortable, but that's more like the outfit and the vibe as a whole.
Maybe, but I haven't seen that, so my theory in my head is not dead yet because I have not seen the evidence. I don't know. Damn, did he shoot 3 of those? This man hit the switch.
In my game, or what you're doing?
No, your game, the guy with the crossbow shot 3 flaming arrows at once, and I'm like, damn,
Yeah, they got like a
3
rapid fire
numbers.
crossbow now or something. I would guess, if in fact that is a weapon that us, the player, can get, maybe that's like the art of war on it or something. It's like a very rapid volley. I don't know why I haven't been trying to run past these guys the whole time. I wouldn't have lost my 190 or whatever I had if I had just ran by them. Oh my god. Got you, dog. You can't come in a church. Dogs aren't allowed. I don't know if this is the church. I guess church-like.
No.
Yes, I acquired a man.
Oh my god. Yo, mama. Hello. I was just talking about how great you are.
It's true, it was. Oh, and now you're awake.
Oh my god, he's golden. Just like 5 Nights at Freddy's. This one TikTok I've been quoting for like the last like
a handful of days to go. And she's been like, now, let me tell you, girl, you like Five Nights at Freddy's. That's from the fucking podcast where the full clip is even weirder because he's like, she's talking about relationship stuff, and he's like, well, so let me tell you, girl, you like Five Nights at Freddy's. And she's like, what does that mean? And he's like, it's horrors we do every night or something like that. But in the edit that I've seen, it's just when she goes, "What does that mean?" He just like his eye twitches as he looks at the camera, and it's this foxy jump scare.
How
And, like,
you fuckers even get up here?
it's so great. You know, do you ever think about, like, in a few hundred years, who do aliens think would be, like, philosophers of our time? Or not aliens, but people of the future. Like, anthropologists.
God, I don't know. Who are the wise people of today saying things? I can't think of anyone.
There debatably isn't many.
Like, who... Neil deGrasse Tyson, but like not actually.
No, okay, no. Neil deGrasse Tyson is smart. He's just a little emotionally unintelligent.
Sure.
Like, he's very intelligent, you know. He's very book smart, but he's not money smart, which makes him less intelligent.
Well, he's just kind of a dick.
That's my Facebook
I don't know, I feel like there's probably scientists and stuff out there, but I feel like a lot of the time, I don't know, I feel like we don't have smart people anymore. Like, there's just, and it's partly due to like the way that society has commodified influencer types, I think, because the people in the public eye are entertainers and not leaders, and the leaders we do have are like just fucking idiots.
I mean,
Trump types.
They could. I mean, there was Stephen Hawking. They could quote him, but I feel like
Hawking is a good one, yeah.
But I feel like his legacy's like slightly tainted.
Oh, what did he do?
He was on the Epstein Island.
Oh. Yeah, that's not great.
Maybe they might just quote like music artist lyrics, like, and here, the great Jay Eason said, "I think my money is gay. It's too many men on top of one another." What do you think he meant by this, class? Well, I think afterwards when he said, "Please don't, why do you chew my dick? Please don't, not a hubba bubba." What he actually...
A lot of it comes down to like how far into the future we're talking, and if it's like shit getting misinterpreted, or if it's a somewhat accurate, like, yes, these were actually the big thinkers of the time.
When Katy Perry said, "Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy," what do you think she meant by that?
When Dixon Dallas said, "Climb up on him, ride him like an F-150.
But when Shakira said, Shakira. What do you think she meant by... You know what's funny? You know what I didn't know until recently? Shakira is not Colombian.
What is she?
She's from Lebanon.
Okay. I don't know that I had any particular idea that she was one thing or another.
She's from a completely different continent. Well, she speaks because she speaks a lot of Spanish in her music.
Sure.
And she talks a lot about like Colombia.
Okay, then that would make sense why people would think that. I don't know that I even know much of her music. I would probably recognize if I heard her going like, eh.
Well, you don't know like, oh, when you talk like that, ooh, man.
Yeah, okay, I know that. I'm very bad at being able to like name music, but I can recognize, you know, a decent amount.
I you know, sometimes the internet teaches you weird things. Like I learned that yesterday or a couple days ago. A couple days ago, I also learned that a Arabic song from when I was a child um, had a very different meaning from what I thought it meant. Um, so there is a Arabic song that it's very cunty. I will say that. Like it's extremely cunty. Like that's very upfront. Like the way the lady sings it. But the nature of the song or the lyrics of the song is she's talking about, you know, when she's hurt, and she's feeling pain or has like a wah, which is in Arabic that's like slang for like, you know, sakabubu or something like that, right?
Okay.
She's talking about, oh well, when you kiss these wounds, they makes me feel better and blah blah blah. I didn't realize that wawa is also slang in some Middle Eastern countries for pussy.
I figured that's where this was going.
I did not know this song was about her getting eaten out. And I remember adults telling me as a kid, hey, this song is bad. You should change it.
Because heaven forbid someone eat a woman out.
I'm not gonna lie, that song is such a serve. She's really done that one. I'll see if I can send it to you, actually. It's really good.
Ooh, boss time.
Joe, what would you do if during the next presidential debate, Trump and Biden got and they walked straight past the podium, they started?
You're gonna have to speak up because the boss got louder and you're rather quiet.
Alright, what would you do if during the next presidential debate, Trump and Biden walked past the podium on camera, and then just went inch for inch on live television?
It'd certainly be a better show. I didn't watch live last night, but I saw the reactions, and I think very unfortunate that it was just Trump being Trump and then Biden being sleepy.
Listen. These debates need to be more like. Can we just let them talk shit? I'll be honest. Their politics really don't matter. None of them are getting shit done. Can we just let them roast each other? I think that would be funny.
I don't think debates are gonna sway anybody either. Like I don't know. People know what
surprised.
I mean, I guess it has to, but like, I don't know. Nothing important ever happens.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, it's not like they really answered many questions, but can we just like let presidents do rap battles?
I would love that.
I think that would be fun. Can we just have like an epic rap battles of history beside you?
Epic rap battles of now.
Epic. It was called epic rap battles with Riz. They rizzed each other up. What if it was called Epic Fat Battles of History, and they went beat for beat on their meat for meat?
I can only imagine like what a dystopian world we would have to live in for the presidential debates to be them masturbating, but I can't deny that it would be funny.
What do you mean? It's like Naruto with the Hokage. The Hokage is usually the strongest ninja in the village.
I was gonna say, I don't think I caught that episode where the Hokage had to come off.
I mean, they did have an episode of like they did have a couple parts where we knew who was packing.
What do you mean?
What did you not see that filler?
Which filler?
So there was a filler episode where Mike Guy is trying to follow Kakashi around to become his friend, and at one point, he like goes to like greet him and like, "Hey, Kakashi," and he's like hanging from a tree, and while Kakashi's like pissing in an outhouse, and he looks down and he's like, "Ooh."
I don't remember that. I remember they said Shino's dick was big in the movie with Menma.
Well, Shino? I don't think that Shino's dick was a caterpillar.
No, I think Naruto looks down and then there's some like, I don't know, he does like a reaction gif or something and it's like, whoa, elephant beetle, and that's supposed to be like, damn, his pee-pee big.
And we know Neji's is too.
I like how you know more about the canonical Naruto dick sizes than I do.
Listen, when I was watching through Naruto, I watched all the filler episodes.
So did I just don't remember all the minutia about their dicks.
Alright, man, don't make it weird.
Hershey Bomb's coming out for Pride Month.
I got encyclopedic knowledge on the animes that I like. I remember a lot of facts. I also know in One Piece, this really doesn't help my argument, Luffy's dick can canonically stretch. It's happening.
That I know.
On screen.
I know we didn't see his penis on screen. You just mean like it happened like off screen during runtime.
Well, yeah, when he was on the Amazon Billy.
Right. There's scenes in Naruto where like the boys are shirtless or naked, and I remember those. I just don't remember all of the insinuations about dick size. Yeah, I guess so, Riku. I don't know that I maybe watched one trailer for this once. Oh, she got me. I'm only 2 tries in, though. So we'll get better.
Cassalensis. More like castle penis. Got him.
Those slashes always get people, the really big ones. I've managed to do okay so far. The range isn't as threatening. I just get like 1 or 2 shot if she really wants to get me and she's not focusing on my summons. I wish I could make a thing that big. What? Why'd that go after me? This fucking, like, NPC I'm summoning to just comes, like, and hangs out next to me instead of actually fighting, which is not helpful.
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Do you ever think about, if you were in, like, the Avatar universe, what element...
Okay, I was gonna say airbenders or Navi.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I'm talking about the, Last Airbender Avatar. Like, what type of bender do you think you would be? Or do you think you would be a bender, even?
Gosh, I don't know. In terms of, like, powers I gravitate towards, I would normally say fire. I would not want to be a firebender in the Avatar universe. I guess, and like, because my reasoning was going to be because I don't want to be involved with, like, royal family bullshit, which I guess I still kind of would be, even as a citizen. I'd still have to put up with it.
You don't really choose how you're born, but, like, based off of like your own, what you know about yourself.
Twink bender. Yeah, I'd be a guy bender over.
Personally, I feel like I would be an earthbender.
I feel like earthbenders are like the Hufflepuff. Like, I feel like most people would fall into that category. I don't think I would be an airbender because I'm not like detached and spiritual. So I guess that probably leaves either water or earth. But I don't know that I have an exact answer for you right now because I would probably have to think about it, and my brain power is going towards fighting this boss.
I feel that.
I don't know.
Earthbending is just so good. I mean, in real life, practically, earthbending is probably the most useful, but...
What are like the personality quiz values for like a waterbender and an earthbender?
I think for me, or like, it's based off of like my understanding, because you know all the bending styles have their own movements, right? Like their own idiosyncrasies and how like you move stuff. Like
Yep.
earthbenders, for example, they have very sudden, rigid movements that are fast, decisive, and precise. Waterbenders have like more of a flow with like their body. It's a lot more of natural flow movement. Fire has a lot of
Like emotion.
emotion, thrust motion. You know, like kicks, punches, strikes. Because like a lot of the times in Avatar, or at least in that last Airbender, I haven't seen Korra. But like a lot of like firebending moves will be done with like very like sharp punches or kicks, or there'll be some sweeping motions as well.
It's hard to imagine because I feel like the personality quizness of this is all very like extremes, and I don't feel like I'm a very extreme person in any direction. And if I didn't say hi properly, Tig, hello. The emotional aspect is something I could see and gravitate towards, so maybe Firebender for that reason. Not that I feel like I fly off the handle or anything, but I feel like
I mean, not all the firebenders are like.
they're not all like psychopaths.
Like Uncle Iroh is not by any stretch like an aggressive dude. Well, I mean, not in Last Airbender at least, but you know, probably when he was younger. But
Yeah, the emotional aspect is like relatable in a way that I feel like some of the other stuff isn't as much, or at least it doesn't speak to me personally, just because of again how some of it is extremes.
it's just that most of the firebenders we see are the warriors, but at home they chill. I mean, well, yeah, but you could say that about like all of them. If you say that about the earthbenders, the water, well, a lot of them water tribe don't necessarily. And then, you know, the air tribe is not really there anymore.
I like the books they've been doing recently with some of the past avatars like Yang-Chen and Kyoshi give you some different shades of like how the benders are that I feel like are maybe a bit more nuanced than like what the show gives us.
Yeah.
Alright, let's have a better try of it this time.
Once. I gotta grab something real quick.
Okay. Lita, go fight him. We can't leave it all to Tish. Hey, sometimes that doesn't have a follow-up. Alright, now he's got bisexual red and blue swords. Don't look at me, look at them. I'm not interesting. So I'm gonna throw rocks at you. Oh god, that's why he's called the Twin Moon Knight! Damn! That was like 3 moons though. That was a triple ground pound. If that is actually a spell I can do that's that good, that would be great. Probably not, because I can't do the sword as good as he does it. Having a hot drink tonight is definitely helping. I can still feel a bit of scratchiness. And I'm still coughing quite a bit. But a warm drink soothes my throat. Away, little swords. I feel like he's too agile. I don't know that I can try to laser him ever. So I feel like the best I can do is meteors. And then take advantage of that, lowering his stance or whatever for us to all get hits in. I guess I could try mooning him. Or sorting. Or yeah, her. I keep forgetting it's a girl. Damn it. No. Swords I should have dodged. I can see now what you mean about the sword getting everybody, because I think the first couple times I didn't get any of the horizontal slash, but now I am, and that really wrecks me. So I guess maybe I'm supposed to jump over the horizontal. I can't imagine how else I would deal with it. I suppose I could try blocking, but I don't remember how much block strength I have, even with a shield. I would imagine not much. I'm just a squishy, robe-laden creature. Nice opening, fuck you. Lita, go fight him. I know I'm really cool and you want to hang out with me, but this is not the time. Let me go. That was a waste of my bubble. Fuck. Welcome back.
And I'm risen.
No, I couldn't do it. This fight is slowly depleting my real-world HP, one cough at a time.
What if HP stood for
Horny points.
hiking Phil?
Is that like Amazing Phil's outdoorsy relative?
Yeah. He likes playing Cabela games and getting head in the Bass Pro Shop.
I mean, Phil's gay. He'd probably get head anywhere.
Phil is a very gay man. Sorry to any straight Phils out there.
I can think of one in particular who deserves any perceived slight at him, so get dunked on.
Who, Phil Spencer?
No, someone that I shan't name, but is a bad person in someone else's life, so I wish them ill.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Phil of the future.
No, I'm actually watching that nowish in the background.
Really?
That's my current Disney show.
Oh, current. I see what you mean. Like time-based. She fills on my future until I'm... Oh.
Jumping does not seem to work. I don't know what I do there.
Instead of Phil of the future, his name is like Phil of the future. And instead of traveling back in time, he was just really into red pill content.
I'm sure that's a guy out there somewhere.
I think I was talking to Aloe about this. I really would like to make up a bunch of sapios, not sapiosexual, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't remember what it's called, the sapiosexual hierarchy, Like the whole alpha, beta, epsilon male shit.
Right, you just want to invent men?
Oh, okay, alright. Well, when you say it like that, it's not gay.
This is just Cass on Twitter today. Like, I need to write OCs. I need to write OCs. Oh god, not the moons. Well, this I jump, maybe. Question mark. What the fuck? How do I dodge these map-destroying AoEs when I am a squishy man?
I'm just a squishy guy.
I'm just a guy running around in witch drag. I'm not meant for this. I think... excuse me, I'm dying. I think I did fail the second jump, yes. Riku, is it even worth trying to shield? Or do I actually have to, like, jump and stuff? I don't even know if my shield is good for physical or magic. 50-ish magic resistance. Oh no, here. 71 negation. And then magic attack power. I guess, yeah, I could see if I have a more magic shield, but probably not. I haven't seen someone try to block them, I've just seen dodge, okay. Maybe if I was at full health, like a block would be a potentially safe option if I can negate 70% of the damage, but we'll see. Jumping would serve me better. Man, I am shit at dodging those. I am shit at dodging everything this fight, really. Like that. Doing better simply because summons. Yeah, no. I'm definitely riding the summon cheese. Milking every bit of dairy I can out of that cheese. Which, I mean, I was using summons the whole game, but this in particular was really born out of necessity because I found Tish, or was told, probably, that Tish was the solution for Millennia. And so now I'm pretty much just using my try-hard boss build all the time. God, that's so mean. Don't just run in and hit me. Like this is some kind of boss battle. Man, God, I don't know. Should I be doing my sword? The meteors miss half the time. And I guess icing him would be good. But I don't want to be close. Yeah, no, I think I have to do meteors, not ice. But I should try mooning him. Because I think moons were maybe helpful for Millennia. On one hand, I can't imagine I took the time to cast moons on her. And I feel like I must have just done meteors, but I feel like I kind of remember doing moons. Maybe when I had, like, real range, thanks to Tish. Don't got any of the glissel shots? I mean, I do, but they're such tiny chip damage. I can cast the meteors pretty fast. It's just that, like, with tracking and stuff, it doesn't always work out nicely with him dancing around so much. The moons are slower, but they track better. And also do pretty good damage, I think, so I want to try that. But I have every base game spell. And these should be giving him cold buildup, I think, but they wouldn't be knocking him down with meteors, so maybe now that I've done a few, I will pivot back to meteors. That might be true as well. Yeah, if she has, like, sorcery resistance. Okay, well the physics kind of just freaked out and it lived. I don't know, maybe it's not literally the entire map, so maybe when I see her doing the sword, I really need to get distance. However, the moon ground pound, I don't think I have any hope of outranging that, so I think I do have to jump. Let me live. Bleed might work. I'm not set up to do anything to do with bleed. I'm not going to be like doing any big build shifts. Like I can put on like a different specific spell. Wowee. They maybe seem weaker with range, but I still just got triple hit there. That sucks. Anyway, yeah, I can switch up spells. I could maybe pull in some of the incantations. I don't know if I have any bleed spells. I can take a peek. Like there's like some red thorny ones. Briars of Sin. But I don't have enough faith for those. So that's a no-go. Assuming those do bleed, I think they do, but I don't actually know for sure. I can make this work, like, you know, this is not anywhere near the hardest boss in this game. I'm just getting used to it. Oh, did I not grab what's-her-name? That sucks. That's probably GG on this round immediately. Cut me down like a pig. That said, I don't recall a boss that had huge attacks like that you can't just like space your way out of, and that you have to like actually jump at just the right time or something. That might be new to this. The swords are cool. Big fan of the glowing blue and red stuff. I want that moon ground pound because I know that's a real spell. I just don't know, like, if it's anywhere near as good. Actually, her whole outfit is pretty cool. It's maybe a little bit reminiscent of the dancer from Dark Souls 3. Which I ended up wearing as like kind of a night mage looking outfit, because it had that really cool sort of like ethereal magic-y veil, which even though it read kind of feminine, I thought looked really sick. I mean, I say that now, I'm wearing a feminine armor set again. How did you end up targeting me? Oh, you know what? Maybe I should save my fucking bubble shield for the moons. That would be smart. That way I at least get one free hit to live out of those 3. Let's do that from next time on. I have to, you know when that's coming. I have to reactively drink that potion, which very likely means I would be getting hit instead of dodging. So that's maybe not a great solution after all. But I guess I can see if I can make it work. Or at least specifically save it for later in the fight, when it might come in handy for that situation. Oh, go away. No! I hate that. Hate when I accidentally dodge in a circle. It's my least favorite shape. Don't mind my body awkwardly dancing. That's just me having a drink.
What you drinking?
Hot lemonade.
Oh.
Something hot to soothe my throat.
Oh. Your throat not feeling well?
Oh, well, I finally got COVID, if you hadn't caught that.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they called me into work for one day last week, and then I got COVID for the first time ever, so I'm real happy about that. And then everybody in the house got it. So that's annoying. And I'm mostly back to normal, other than a lingering cough and some like crud in my chest. And I guess taste debuff too, which better fucking resolve, or I will be so mad if I have like a long-lasting fucking thing from this. I basically decided that I'm not going in anymore, however I need to make that happen. Like, I'm gonna make a real stink about it next time they try to call us in. Because it's so infrequent and unimportant that it just doesn't need to happen. But I'm mad about it. Oh my god, why a sword combo all of a sudden? Dicks. Oh, here comes the moons. Hey, I jumped, I win. Yay. I mean, I don't win, but I did that successfully. Tish, I still need you on the job. What are you doing? God, that hit hard. No, I got greedy. Oh, I see. It's not 3 moons, it's 2 moons, followed by a proper physical ground pound. Or, well, physical imbued with magic, at least. That was good, though. I feel like I got the moon timing down. So any day now, I'll beat this boss. Go away, don't walk towards me slowly. We've entered bisexual phase 2. Oh god, I was so early on that. Oh no! I did not have the timing down.
Oh my god, they're blowing up the floor.
Yeah, no, it's... I don't know how much you would have to actually have to live through that.
Screaming all over the ground.
I think it's fucking Pride Month or something. What are you doing?
Drinking some water.
Well,
Looking at the Steam summer sale.
yeah, I took a peek. There wasn't anything I needed. There's a lot of games on Steam that I'm like 10% interested in, and so I like never buy them. And then right now the main things on there are I need to get Hades 2 at some point, but I'm gonna wait for like the 1.0 release before I really worry about it. And then I would like to buy Pizza Tower at some point, but it wasn't like a huge sale right now, so I was like, I'm not planning to play it right now, so I'm not gonna buy it right now. I know Aloe wanted to buy Cyberpunk because he's just playing his roommate's copy. But when he was trying to buy stuff last night, it was giving him issues, so hopefully that's resolved.
Oh shit, Persona 3's on sale.
You could add that to your very long RPG pile with every Kingdom Hearts game.
No, listen, you don't understand, Joe. I am such a big Persona 5 fan that I have never played more than the first 5 minutes.
Do you mean sarcastically you're a fan, or like...
Sarcastically.
Okay.
The joke is literally I'm not playing Persona 5. Oh shit. That's on sale. Under Night Bird, 2 this. That's a very popular anime fight.
Ooh, yeah, leave me alone. Don't attack me. Oh shit, there goes Tish! Can I survive for like 2 minutes on my own? Wait, what? How did you heal? I swear to God, you were lower a second ago. I am cooked. That just did no damage to you. Oh, I don't feel like that's enough. I don't know. No, I'm dead. Ugh. Maybe I should have used meteors.
Drug dealer simulator.
Truck dealer?
No, drug dealers.
Drug dealer?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that one. But I guess they got a simulator for everything these days. I would love to see a progressively more ridiculous increase of simulator games so that we could be like all back in my day about it when people our kids' age are like, I don't know, talking about some ever so hyper specific simulator.
Oh shit, Celeste is $1.99.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody go buy Celeste if you don't have it.
I have it on the Switch. I need it. See if I can be able to. Man, the post game for that is so hard.
I eventually gave up and like used the cheats.
I didn't even know there were cheats.
Yeah.
I love winter levels in video games.
What's up?
I said I love winter levels in video games.
I don't know if I have a particular affinity for them, but I don't dislike them.
They install.
What the fuck? That is a hard combo. I need to get good. I've been stuck on this for too long.
I liked Crash Bandicoot. That was a good game.
Never played one, but I think I own all of the like remasters slash new. I feel like 4 is maybe new. I think I have all of them. I think at least some of them because they gave them away on PlayStation. But I did really enjoy playing the Spyro remake.
And yeah, that Spyro Year the Dragon was like the game I played an embarrassing amount of as a kid. That was like my go-to, especially since I didn't have a memory card, so that really speed running the first part of the game. Ah shit, dude, Persona 4 Ultimax. $9.
Maybe you'll get into Persona 6 or that fantasy ReFantazio game, which is just Persona, like, but not. It's like, I think it's like same devs, new property.
It's called like Paradox or something, right? Or Paradigm?
Paradigm is like what the personas are, but that's not the name of the game.
Oh, that might have been the working title.
The title, I believe, is Metaphor ReFantazio. Or Fantagio, or however you say that.
Okay, that sounds good familiar. Metaphor. Oh shit, Final Fantasy X. You know, one thing I am kind of excited for it. And not even really for me, but for my friends who are very Final Fantasy.
You gotta be loud for me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. One thing I'm really looking forward to, not even for myself, but for my friends of my friends who are fans of Final Fantasy, is the Final Fantasy collab that they're doing with Magic the Gathering, where they're getting a whole dedicated set to all the... They said all the mainline entries. I don't know if they're going to be doing any of the side entries, but that'd be pretty cool. And they mentioned FF14 by name, and I know that has Tutu and my friend Miguel very excited.
I don't know if I like missed the train on that because Park and Sweet were obsessed with 14 for a little bit, and so I was like, all right, I'll play it finally, and then we played it once, and I feel like now they've moved on to other things, so I don't know if I've
been meaning to play it.
or not.
I've been meaning to play it. I just been getting lazy.
The way / the speed with which Park plays games makes me feel so fucking old. Because I feel like I used to be him, and now I'm not.
You still are. You always will be him to me, Joe.
Thank you.
You're Himothy Hims. You are him Kardashian. You are him Tebow. You are you're Himmy Neutron. You're Himmy like Turner. You're him Shady.
I can't believe in a Nickelodeon show they had the character's dad say, and then I sat on a banana, and of course that changed everything.
And of course that changed my life forever. Shout out to Hugh Neutron, he's the GOAT, for real, for real.
I never played, I was gonna say Multiverses, I never played Nickelodeon All-Stars, but I love that they put him in as a DLC character.
It's peak.
And then, like, none of the characters are in the new one. The new one has, like, so many less characters.
Yeah, that really does suck. Oh my god, Dokapon Kingdom on sale. We gotta play Dokapon.
That's just the drum rhythm thing, right?
No. That's Taiko no Tatsujin.
Okay, what is Dokapon then?
Dokapon is like, the best way I could describe it is like D&D Mario Party.
Oh, I think I know that. None of those ever look interesting to me.
I fucking love Dokapon. I played it with, when we were in Japan, I played a little bit of it with Mo, Cass, and Tutu. And God, it's so fun. You could be such a dick to each other.
I am interested in the new Mario Party. I never even played much of the last one, but I feel like I would like to play Mario Party more than I do.
I love Mario Party. All-time, like, fun game to just sit down and play with friends. I like Dokapon for a slightly different reason, though, in that it gives you the full agency to fuck with your opponent. And it doesn't really have mini-games, it's more of like a RPG, in a sense. Because you have, like, you know, different classes, different items, different, you know, decision-making stuff. But it's a cool game. But I am looking forward to the new Mario Party. Jamboree, I think it is, right?
Yeah. Super Mario Party Jamboree, because for some reason some of them have Super on the front now. Which more or less just seems to be their mainline ones on Switch, because Mario Party All-Stars was like a remake collection and not like a proper new one.
I mean, yeah, it really wasn't.
like, for all intents and purposes, the quality was there. Like, it could be. The only thing is that they went down from like 20 playable characters back to like 10 or something, but otherwise it was like fully there. But that's my best guess, is that it wasn't a new one, it was a remake.
Oh shit, Chrono Trigger's $7. Since when was... Huh. I didn't know Street Fighter Cross Tekken had a Steam port. Oh, and you can't even purchase it right now. Nice. Because there's a glitch with downloading it. Good game. Way to go, Cap. And Bandai. I can't blend it all on Capcom.
Speaking of Bandai, get your shit together and give me a new Digimon game. That's not some shitty mobile thing.
Bandai, give us...
I want Digimon Cyber Sleuth 3 right now. Or a world game.
Well, we didn't really get 2.
I mean, we got like 1.5.
Hacker's Memory is... Wait, but it's not a 2, Joe.
Well, it was... Like, I was still happy with it. I enjoyed it, but I would like a proper new one. I want a new Digimon RPG.
If they made a new one, they'd have to call it 2. I do like that, you know, every year they do like a little Digimon live stream to like, you know, talk about the IP a bit. And Bill sent me the survey they were doing of like...
Yeah, the survey was encouraging.
Yeah, like, hey, what genre of game would
you like to see for like IP next? And I love the idea that of like, they had a bunch of them. There was like, you know, Souls-like, first-person shooter, fighting game. And I was like, alright. Shooter? Because I want to see what you would do with this. But if you give me Pokken, but with Digimon, I will buy it.
I really liked, I think it was Rumble Arena, or Rumble Arena 2. That was fun when I was younger.
Yeah, I didn't play Rumble Arena, but I've heard a lot of really good things.
There's some sound bites from that are, like, in my head forever. I'd really like, though, something in the line of Hacker's Memory, but just, like, turn it up to 11, like, go even more Persona-ish with it. I kind of like having like the Digidestined Digimon pair is like such a strong thing already, and that worked really nicely in I guess in Survive. But I just, the tactics gameplay was like overly simple, and like they could have like baked that a whole lot more. But the character side of it I thought was good.
Listen, give me a Digimon first-person shooter. Come on, give Gabumon a gun. We deserve it.
Still haven't figured out how the fuck she's healing. No. I'm really struggling with this fight. And God forbid I get to the end and my characters die, because then I'm just served up on a platter and I can't do shit. Hopefully this is not the beginning of a pattern, and this is just a particular boss that does not vibe with me. Fucking glint blades. gonna switch back to moons for a bit and see how that goes. Yeah, I get it. I don't have FP. I'm healing. No, bad idea.
I need to not find more RPGs. I haven't started.
What's up?
I said I need to not buy more RPGs. I already bought too many. I haven't started.
I too have too many. I am gonna buy more though. I'm gonna try to do the entire Mario and Luigi series before the new one's out in November.
I never played those.
I played 1 and a little bit of 2. I don't like them as much as Paper Mario, but I still liked what I played. There's a lot of the charm and personality and wackiness is similar to Paper Mario. It's just me again. I think you've killed everybody with your fucking moons. I don't, like, what do I do? Do I just try regular glintstone pebbles? I feel like I gotta. Oh, all my health. I feel like it would be stupid to go in without summons, but I really just need practice against her by myself. And also maybe a bit of luck. Did I even wait? Did I summon? Okay, good, she's here. I think I just got impatient and stepped in too early. I don't even know if she can come through the mist actually, even though I did summon her. Oh, she's here, yes. I'm so on autopilot that this is like I'm just doing stuff.
Kill her. Kill the woman.
I love using a potion every time I get hit. Maybe I need to like explore too and find more tree fragments, but at this time, for this fight at least, I'm too into it. I'm not gonna stop. Just gotta push through. I imagine this fight must be terribly obnoxious if you're a player getting summoned in to help other people, because everybody's just gonna die to that fucking ground pound at the end of the fight, and there goes all your work. My God! I got stuck on a flagpole. Fuck. No, 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 don't come for me. This is not Jonely fans. Stuck again. Immediate fucking pop to my bubble. God, no, both my summons. Again. I guess that gets me a chance to get a meteor off if I'm ready. Cool it. Cool it. Cool it. No combos. No combos. Shit. Shit. No, I needed to heal and I didn't heal. I can survive against her on my own. I just can't like make attacks also. If I could have gotten off as many meteors as I got pebbles, that would have done her in, but it takes too long and I don't have that luxury.
That's also me if I could have gotten off.
Just go, ah.
Just go, hoo. Just like Mario, just go wahoo,
and then like just shoot ropes across the room.
Shoot ropes across the room.
Can you imagine if you nutted and it was like the size of like an actual rope?
I can neither confirm nor deny if I have seen Twitter porn to that effect.
I think anyone's ever like shot ropes in the form of like a lasso.
I'm gonna have to guess probably not. I would have some questions if that did happen. Like, possibly yes, in the sense that it fell exactly in that shape, but in terms of, like, is it actually staying connected? No.
I mean, nobody. I mean, nobody's like, I guess, trying like to do.
You're right. Really, we all should just be trying harder, and then it might happen.
I don't know
Society doesn't progress without effort and trial and error.
I don't even know how you have like your controls.
You flex it, obviously.
You do Kegel exercises.
Yeah, but it's your penis, so it's Peagles.
Well, no, you still do Kegel. It's your pelvic floor. Sometimes you know, you just do Kegel. Like Michael.
Ah.
I don't remember. I'm tired. And
On the moons. Oh, if I had meteors and had capitalized on him being knocked down, her being knocked down, whoever, they, them being knocked down. Oh wait, Tish was still alive. Yeah, win, finally. I thought that was just a player ghost. Let's immediately go see what that remembrance can be traded for, because it might be something magic-y. Peagles, I just died laughing. I'm surprised you were still hanging on. I would have assumed you'd be sleeping by now.
what if Scooby-Doo was called Freaky Doo? And Fred was called Breddy, and Daphne was called Risney, and Velma was called Jelkma.
Riku, if you're still here, you can in fact get the swords.
Or what if Velma was called Ligma, and Shaggy was called Gaggy, and when the ghost or ghoul shows up in front of Shaggy and Scooby, Shaggy just goes, "It's a yacht." And then like this ghost with an incredibly fat ass just chases them around the hallway. What would you do? What would be your,
What would I
what would be
do?
your winning chess move?
I don't know. I'm gonna play with those 2 moons. And I suppose I should see where that leads now, but there's other places around here for me to look. Oh, I do get to ground pound too. I bet that would be good against multiple groups of enemies, but probably not so much against bosses.
Yeah.
Skadoo at
Good do. That's that shit that Blue did.
I thought you were going to talk about Resident Evil.
Hello again. Did you meet my companion? They're quite the congregation. From places doubtless it were it not for the
I do
choice.
not play the
work.
Resident Evil that often.
Wondering about the horn, true enough?
Me
I've only
neither,
played
but I
a little.
backseated while Kiki played 8 and have watched a lot of people play 7 and 8.
A cleansing by no wonder
I've
the
only
horn
played a
sent
little bit of
outside,
1 when I
and in
was a
this
kid,
regard,
and then
they
I
never
played a
sent me,
decent
just
bit of
happened to be
5.
still a wretched. Wondering about the horn, true enough? Long
Tried to have
after
Mom play 7, but
I
she like
had
immediately got
commanded
sick.
a cleansing, no wonder the horn sent
I don't think she can do first-person games.
outside, and in this regard, you'll
Yeah,
never see me,
I
just
tried
happened be here still
to, oh, my brain just went blank right there. That sucks.
Something about Resident Evil 1.
Oh yeah, I was trying to play a different game on my PlayStation 1, and I plugged in. I was like, oh boy, Resident Evil. I've never played this game, but it's always been sitting around, so I put it in. I walked into a room, and then a zombie ate my face, and I got scared, and I was like, I don't like this. So then I put it back, and then I was playing, like some 007 game, I think.
You have a knack for time. I found the site. Mikola has said as much, and he says the truth of his clip is evident.
I am going to need to find an actual map place, and I bet that's... Yeah, there's a stone right there. I don't know, I still don't have a good sense for like how much of the map this is. If it took me like... We'll round out and say like 2 streams to do the first bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either.
I did like How Long to Beat estimates this, I think at like 30 to 40 hours.
Hmm. Ooh. Alright, I am getting very sleepy, so I'm going to dip out.
Okie doke. Thanks for chatting.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime.
Goodbye.
Later. There's map. I could probably look on my little cheat sheet and figure out how far in I am. Okay, like a quarter-ish, which kind of lines up with what I was expecting. At least in, in terms of the fragments here. I now have 2 out of 4. There's probably plenty of places nearby I could go. Maybe I'll just check out the church for now and then head back to explore more. Time for moons. Oh, he's getting back on his horse. I'll still try it though. It might be good too, just against not that smart enemies like that I can just lure in. I definitely don't want it over my old moon. But just for experimenting, it's fine. Mark that golem too. Somewhere around there, I think. Gonna have to deal with him eventually. Okay, because a church should have something good in it, I would think. They usually do.
Thou shalt not evade
Oh.
the flame of Mesmer.
What do you think of the moons? Oh, you're the same fucking guy from before. Oh, he interrupted me. Alright, moon's not OP. He sounds like Omega Flowey when he gets hit. Like pre-distortion. Like they took his voice sample and then made Omega Flowey.
How could this be? Forsake me not.
Alright, what do we get? We got Flame Skewer. And we got the Prayer Room Key. And some fragments of some sort at the altar. Oh, and then he can drop other things if this is the first place we found him. So Prayer Room Key. House of worship found in the church district. So is there a district of churches around here? Like that could maybe be another one there. Or that could be it. I'm not sure. Oh, and we could pick up my reward for that painting too. First, I should see if I can level up the tree blessing. I guess I thought it was going to keep going up, but it's still just 2 for now, which is nice. Probably also have some shit runes I can use that I should use. See what I can get out of them. If I was smart, I'd wait until I was closer to an actual level up, but that's okay. I guess I should get my regular moon back. Good to be back running around out here after being stuck on a boss for a while. Though all I did tonight was that and the dragon. So my BPS is down. Good against fire and lightning. Okay. We took care of that. So all that's left here is golems, and then I need to item hunt in the dungeon again. At least that I have like seen and been to and can get to. Should see where I can head down into the ravine. That would be a good place to start. Not surprisingly, with my whistle, I used to whistle to my horse like that too. Yeah, that feels, not that I know much about horses, but that feels like a typical kind of animal whistle. Ah! Maybe that's the fucking famous crossbow. Did I pass a knight on the way down here? I mean, like a soldier, I thought, but not a proper knight. Yeah, it's not him. I don't think it's either of those bozos. Maybe it's on the other side of the bridge. What do we have going on here? A lowly soldier fighting giants, or whatever the fuck these dudes are called. Few of them. This looks like it'll get down there. That's good. New paths make me a happy tarnished. This actually would have been a great time for that moon, because I could have AoE'd all of them. Although I would have had to jump right in the middle, which would be risky. I think that's the thing, is like the moons sound good in theory, but to actually pull it off, I have to put myself at a lot of risk. Got too much shit in my inventory now. At least these have a little bit of AoE to them. Oh, he's coming. I need a drink. No items or anything, it's just these dudes fighting. Maybe we'll explore this little shit dungeon. Ruined Forge lava intake. Hopefully this isn't like that other place where I had to walk across the burning floor and dodge those things. Which apparently you can break. I don't remember how. But I learned that watching videos after the fact. So I want to look out for rocks. Yeah, well, there is in fact lava down there. We'll see if I can just not have to step on it, though. Hit them where they're weakest. That feels like a dev message. What if I lasered them in their pussy? Yeah, that didn't last. But I have a back attack. Not that it does a whole lot. It does something. My best bet might be to very slowly whittle them down that way. Ooh. Yeah, or that. Knock them down. And then do that. If I was just a little faster, that would have worked. Damn it. Maybe my sword would work good if it can just kind of like cut through their body at close range. Try that. And or a moon. Yeah, the moon works decent. It's just, or the sword works decent. I'm just like in harm's way. I'm not made for this. Maybe the bow? Like if I really target that weak point hard? I'm just trying all my fucking spells. But if this is gonna be like the enemy type here, I can't get stuck on one of them. Nah, it's like the same as the moon. What was I doing? My little backshot thing is probably the best thing to do. It's good damage, just slow because I have to do it with multiple hits. And it eats up a lot of stamina. Now, if they're really cool, they won't respawn those. Oh, there's a slime very slowly coming towards me, a little lava slime. Easy enough with magic, thankfully. He was probably sitting over here and I aggroed him when I was backing up from the golem. See another golem down there. Do we just jump down? No, there's a ladder. I mean, I can still probably jump down. There's a loopy boy dropping down. A lot of stone here if I cared. I feel like all my stuff is fully upgraded. Like, I feel like I would have done that. I'm assuming, like, my +1 shield can only go to +1, for example. Ooh. This actually, though, could be a lot easier for me, because I can just get on the high ground, and then the golem probably can't get me in my backshot thing. As long as I'm, like, in range, should be able to hit it regardless. Are you easier with the sword? Yes, yes you are. There's something back there. Right by another golem. Sneaky. This is occasionally such a useful spell. I don't know if I've hardly ever used it on a boss, but it's great for shit with shields. Which is kind of what's happening here. Is there two of them, or did I just forget where this one was? I could probably outrun this one. I don't even know if this is worth it, but it'll give me peace of mind when I come down here to grab these items. Any rocks? And that wasn't even like a gate, that was just a wall. This is also just a dead end with more rocks. Kind of a theme. I don't know where that goes compared to the upper one, so I'll take the upper one. This game is so quiet when I'm not actively having my head caved in by something. Alright, maybe this just goes to the same place. No, somehow it doesn't. Ah, but there's a lever that I probably need to be pulling. Are you gonna drain the lava or something for me? Lower platform, nice, nice, nice. Okay, I kind of had my fill of trying to kill golems. This has now dropped down, so I am connected to the other path. And then there's a ladder that goes down into the lava. I don't even remember how I survived, like what kind of anti-fire thing I need to be drinking. Maybe it was armor, maybe it was both. Right post, come on. So much faster to actually hit them in the back. If I can't, I will die. We've established I am squishy. Script dagger. Okay, maybe I don't have to go in the lava. I'm looking at my cheat sheet here and I don't see anything down there. Like, there's a ladder though. That's sus. Don't you dare. Alright. I'll believe you. I'm not able to hold in the coughs as well tonight. Oh, maybe I just need to... Yeah, maybe it's just about getting onto this thing. But I can jump. I don't need to climb in the lava. In fact, it doesn't look like this room goes anywhere. So that makes me optimistic that I truly don't need to be swimming through the lava. Why is it twisting? It's just endlessly spinning. Anvil hammer and ancient dragon stone, which I think is just like the highest quality upgrade item. I don't think that's anything I haven't seen before. But I guess it's good to have if I decide I need to like respec or anything. And that's it for this little dungeon. Well, good. That was pretty open and shut. Might be the end of this path. I hate these wall gravestones. I guess they're for coming down, not going up, but I want to. Is there not a wind jumpy somewhere around here? That's too bad. I'll take this path then and see where it leads. Since it looked like it was going to lead me into the lower area. But I haven't yet been able to get to. I remember you flower fuckers. There's no... Well, God, if that's it way over there, I might need to go far to get a map for this portion. If I can get there. Sure doesn't look like it right here. Oh, Torgo's legs are all green from the swamp shit. Never noticed that before. Poor buddy, but at least he doesn't get poison buildup. Oh, that was a warthog. I thought that was a fucking flower. Don't you come and knock me off a cliff. Maybe this doubles back and gets me like to the river at the bottom of the gorge. Oh, well, not the one I was thinking of. But yeah, I guess one of them. What just happened there? I don't feel like engaging with some of you random shit riffraff. What's in here? This is gonna spit me out on the other side, I guess. That's worth it, though. Finding some ash. And some grace, just like I wanted. And now I think I'm finally at this river, which is nice. And I guess we're like pillar hopping. Bit dangerous. Torgol! Torgol! I don't trust your momentum. There. Jeez. Why don't we hop off you for a hot second? Where did I come from? I came north, so I'm gonna keep going this way. And I guess this then might eventually funnel down somewhere. I'm really not threatened by these things, considering I can kill them with a couple pebbles. They're not even hard to distinguish from the ones that are inanimate. They're so much lighter. Bird. Hold still. Suppose I might backtrack that bottom portion on foot once I get wherever this leads to. A new golem. Let's do that now before I go down anymore. There might be an item in there. I don't know. Could be the lobster's guarding something. I don't remember how nasty these are, so I kind of want to set up for it. And I guess if I'm doing that on foot, I should switch back. Decently nasty. But nothing we can't handle. It was guarding smithing stone. That's it. Well, that wasn't really worth it, was it? But at least we're finding more grace at the end of this. I feel like now that's finally clicked in my head, and I'm not saying bonfire, I'm saying grace, and I feel like a true Elden Ringer. River downstream. Okay, I see where we are. Yeah, even, you know, I said like, oh, we did, you know, this quarter in 2 streams, but there's still a lot of like density and verticality that I haven't done. Now, I don't know if I can get off this waterfall. I guess you'd kind of think yes, because otherwise why would you even come here? If this doesn't continue on, this is a dead end. But it sure looks pretty fucking big of a drop. some other golem way out here. I guess I don't need that marker now if I'm not going there immediately. But we're right next to a site of grace, so I can try to find a safe way down, which it looks like they gave me. Double jump on him feels so good. I love being able to course correct. Don't suppose anything goes back in there. Ooh, but I do see a pot. Okay, fuck it, whatever, fine, I'll aim with the bow. Now we gotta get down there. Oh, that's not even as high as I thought it was. Another bell bearing. I never turned in my first one. I meant to when I went back to look at remembrances. Maybe I will make a mad dash for this. I don't know. Part of me thinks there's no way I can make it there in one straight shot without obstacles. Yeah, especially since it looks like it's gonna be on top of a cliff. So no, we're not making it there in one go. That's gonna be nasty then if I have to explore a bunch of this area without getting a map. Maybe I won't until I do, or maybe it comes in some other section before that, that stone marker. I kind of just walked right into that. I don't know if I can even be mad. That's the last of my lemonade. It's well, it's not lukewarm. It's warm, but like just regular warm. But that lasted pretty good for about 4 hours. Would do again. And probably will, since I anticipate that this fucking stinky COVID cough is gonna be hanging around for a bit. Upsets me greatly as a broadcasting professional, because I know that some people don't care, but I know there's people who aren't just going to hear me going like heck all the time. He's by a cliff, but that's too tall, I think, to really have any value for fighting him. So once again, I'm like, what's the strategy here? It's too bad, because they've kind of given us these golems as like a tree sentinel thing where they're very hard, and so they're avoided. I wish they would give me like a Mario style tutorialization where it's like, here, let me hold your hand, this is how you do this, and then ramp it up from there. Little crabs. I don't know if that goes anywhere. That might just be the edge of the world. I'm gonna see where this goes, see if I can loop around, maybe find another site of grace to end at. It's about that time. Ooh. Look at that. I love pretty magic-y shit. Well, I did in fact find a site of grace, so maybe it's time then. Especially since, again, this is really not the best place for me to be exploring until I get a map. I mean, I guess, like, all the important shit gets marked and I have my cheat sheet, but part of me still is like, oh, I have no map, it's scary. But sure is purty. Cash should still be on doing Enchanted Memories. Oh, Okami, I guess. Maybe they couldn't find the disc since they seem to be having disc finding troubles. I will get a raid queued up. And we'll go over there. I like this new raid thing, I just wish it would default to people I'm following. As if that doesn't make the most sense, because of course you're mostly going to raid people that you're following. Oh, but be warned, you may not be suitable for certain audiences. Make sure you're okay with people saying pee-pee. Probably some more Elden Ring next week. If Mom is well enough, Paper Mario would be cool. Zenless Zone Zero's out in the middle of the week, so that'll probably be happening, and I'm very interested to see how that is. Thank y'all for hanging with me tonight. I'll see you in Cassis. Bye-bye.